Hey guys, good to be back. Now you're probably wondering, this is a farming channel. This is where I come to get all of my information about farming. Why is this guy wearing a shirt and tie? Well, as many of you unfortunately know, farming can be a challenging, expensive, exhausting, emotionally and physically endeavor with little to no financial upside. And that's why most of us have to take on a second job. And that's exactly what I'm here to talk to you about today. In particular, what needs to be checked before a TA can be marked should be CH. Is the task done? Does it need to go back for corrections? Are there more tasks that have arisen from this task action? Now, these are all very exciting questions, so sit back, enjoy your coffee or warm milk, if that's your thing, and here we go. Now, while I'm talking to you here, just keep an open mind. What I'm telling you may or may not be correct. Now, most of you are probably sitting there thinking, this guy shouldn't even be doing this job. Why are we letting him present on how to do this job? Good question. Now, all the roles in a major case investigation are important. FC role, though, is very special. Now, the FC can turn an otherwise straightforward investigation into a jumbled mess of sorrow and confusion. And that's why we're trying to sort things out today, I guess. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this presentation. I've got this board here that I've got some stuff written down. Well, I don't know how to turn my phone around, so let's just bring it up this way. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. That's actually just another project I'm working on these days. So we'll just go through this verbally here, I think. So ultimately, I've got this FC, FC workflow thing. Bit of a beautiful mind scenario going on. So if you're like me, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. So what I'm going to go through is just what I think you should be looking for, what needs to be checked before the task action can be marked should be CH. So what I would suggest first is familiarize yourself with your task details. What did you ask this person to do? And now read their task action, and did they do what you asked them to do? If not, does the task action go back to the writer for correction? Or does it have to be retasked? And if so, great, you can move on. Are there any follow-up tasks that have arisen from this task action? For example, is there a video canvas that could come about from this statement, for example, they took, or another person to interview? Maybe an exhibit seizure, something like that. You gotta look for attachments. Are there attachments? If there are attachments, are they listed? Are they attached to the TA? Or, and are they in the inbox? Or did the person mention something in this TA suggesting that there should be attachments, but they're not there? For example, some photographs or something like that might have, you can identify needs to be added as an attachment. The T button. Are there any entities mentioned in the task action, and do they need to be added? Have they been added, or has the writer asked the MCM people to add those entities? Does the action date and action time reflect the time of that the action was taken? If appropriate, has vetting been completed? And I think that's really about it. I think what you want to do is just take your time, be thorough with your review of this task action. I think with FCing, big takeaway is if you think you're doing really well, if you think you're doing it right, you're probably not. If you recognize you're probably not doing it right and you go to seek help, that's a good idea. If you go seek help anywhere in the back, 80% of the office, if you're anywhere back there looking for help, just turn around, find someone that knows what they're doing, because you won't find anyone back there that knows what they're talking about. And just, don't be afraid to send things back to the writer. Don't try and fix everything yourself. And I think probably what would suit you well is giving like a detailed task details at the onset of the task, because then it's clear to you and it's clear to the writer, or it's clear to the taskee what you actually want him to do, especially if the task doesn't get completed for some time, like will happen. And then you go back and look at the task, and if you didn't provide clear instructions, sometimes you don't even know what you wanted the taskee to do in the first place. So just take your time, be thorough, and that's about it. So anyways, thank you very much for listening to my presentation.